how to replace AC compressor on 2007 Nissan Altima. AC system consists of several different elements, so it's very important to diagnose the issue properly before you start working on it, to save yourself a lot of time and money. In my case, the problem was with bad AC compressor. Normally AC compressor shaft should spin freely, but on my car it was completely locked up. To check that, make sure the engine is off and then try to reach the compressor from the top or from the side and see if you can spin the shaft. If your compressor seems to be fine and it's spinning freely, but it won't engage, you may have an issue with AC compressor clutch. I had this issue a few years ago, and if you need to see how to fix that, check out the link in the description area below. Also, when replacing AC compressor, it's highly recommended to replace the expansion valve and the receiver Drier at the same time. After we put everything back together, we'll need to evacuate the air and moisture from the system using vacuum pump. And finally, we'll need to charge the system with proper amount of refrigerant. I'll show you how to do each of those steps in separate videos. Also, be sure to check out my blog post at diy-time.com for comprehensive, more detailed information such as tools required for this job, replacement part numbers, torque specs, and everything else that I forgot to mention in this video. Before you remove the compressor, you need to make sure that the refrigerant is completely evacuated from the system. Do not release it into the atmosphere because it's illegal and it's bad for environment. Instead, take it to the local shop and have them do it for you properly. In my case, I'm gonna skip this step because my compressor was leaking and there was no more refrigerant left in the system. To get easier access to the compressor, you'll need to remove the air duct assembly. Now you should have enough space to be able to reach all of the bolts and the electric connector. Depress the plastic tab to remove the compressor clutch connector. Next, remove two 10mm bolts securing the high and low pressure lines. Now you should be able to easily disconnect the high and low pressure lines. Cover or tape the joints of the pipes with the rag or tape to avoid entry of moisture or debris into the system. Next, we're gonna work underneath the car, and you can jack it up if you want to get more space to work with. Take out all plastic push clips and remove the splash cover. Next, you'll need to remove the wheel and the splash cover on the passenger side of your car. Also unclip and move the power steering line out of your way. Release the tensioner and then take out the drive belt. Next, remove two 12mm bolts on the bottom of the compressor. Now remove two more 12mm bolts on the top of the compressor. Before taking out the old compressor, I'm gonna use two plastic caps that came with the new one. The old compressor may still have some lubricating oil inside, so you'll need to cover the openings to avoid spilling it on the floor or driveway. And now, to take out the compressor, you'll need to turn it 90 degrees from its original position. Once again, here's the difference between good and bad AC compressor. Next, we're gonna fill up the new AC compressor with proper amount of lubricating oil. To find out how much oil is needed for your specific car, make and model, look for the information sticker somewhere under the hood. Usually, new compressors come with a small amount of oil inside to prevent corrosion, and you'll have to drain it first before you fill it up with proper amount of oil. Also, some companies sell compressors already pre-filled with proper amount of oil, so if that's the case, you can skip this step altogether. Make sure to buy the proper oil type that's compatible with your AC system. If you need help finding replacement compressor and oil, I'll post a few links in the description area below. Fill up a clean cup with proper amount of oil and then pour it into the compressor. Cover the openings with plastic caps and then install new compressor. Also, to avoid future leaks, it's highly recommended to replace old O-rings on the refrigerant line joints. You can buy original replacement parts from Nissan or compatible aftermarket equivalents. Lubricate new O-rings with oil before inserting joints back into the compressor. Replace two 10mm bolts securing the joints. Plug in the electric connector and attach it to the compressor. Next, you'll need to put back the drive belt. If you don't know how, check out my other video where I'm showing how to do that. And finally, install the air duct assembly. That's pretty much it. Don't forget to check out the rest of the videos. Please leave your comments below. I always love hearing back from you. And if this channel is somewhat helpful, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.